ওয়েলকাম টু স্ট্রেট টকস আনহিটেড। আপনারা জানেন যে এই পার্টিকুলার প্রোগ্রামটাতে উইথ দ্য প্লুরালস, দ্য অনলাইন নিউজ মিডিয়া ফর এনভায়রনমেন্ট অ্যান্ড হেলথ series of programs we have been doing for the last few weeks. Gata Saptahe, we had a discussion with Dr. Kunal Sarkar. Before that, we had discussions with Dr. Shantanu Sen, who is the MP and as well as the point person of KMC, Kolkata Municipal Corporation, and the government of West Bengal on COVID. So we are trying to bring all kind of issues and views on table. কারণ আমার যেটা মনে হয়েছে যে চতুর্দিকে কোভিড নিয়ে এত কথা হচ্ছে, people are getting confused. I think confusionটা বাড়ছে. So what we are planning to do to minimize the confusion as far as possible. এবং সে কারণেই একটা রিসেন্ট ইস্যু যেটা আমি জানি সবাই আপনারা খুব অধীর আগ্রহে অপেক্ষা করছেন, ভ্যাকসিন। আমার মনে হয় যে পৃথিবীর ইতিহাসে ভ্যাকসিনের জন্য এরকম বড় প্রতীক্ষা বোধহয় খুব বেশি হয়নি। ভ্যাকসিন কবে আসবে, ভ্যাকসিন ফুল প্রুফ হবে কিনা, কোথা থেকে ভ্যাকসিন আসবে, উইল ইট বি ফ্রম অক্সফোর্ড, উইল ইট বি ফ্রম ইন্ডিয়া, উইল ইট বি ফ্রম রাশিয়া এন্ড চায়না, অল সর্ট অফ থট প্রসেস আর গোয়িং অন। এবং তার সঙ্গে আরেকটা কোয়েশ্চেন রেজ করছে যে ভ্যাকসিন আসলে will that vaccine able to counter the virus which is pandemic right now? So it's vaccine versus virus, and that's also our point of discussion today for an hour from now. আমরা এক ঘন্টা এই পার্টিকুলার ইস্যুটা নিয়ে discuss panel with us, with a fabulous panel, মনে হয় best possible panel which we can have. আমাদের সঙ্গে রয়েছেন প্রফেসর ধ্রুবজ্যোতি চট্টোপাধ্যায়. Professor Chattopadhyay is a scientist, eminent scientist, former Vice Chancellor, Kolkata University, and present Vice Chancellor in Sister Nivedita University. I think he's also the founding Vice Chancellor of Amity as well, if I'm not wrong. Amar sange royechen Dr. Shubhajyoti Bhomik is the clinical director in Fearless, and I know that Dr. Bhomik is involved in various vaccine-related work and patient safety work with USS, and I think the organization like John Hopkins and all. এবং আমার সঙ্গে রয়েছে Shubhra Priyadarshini, my colleague, my friend Shubhra, who is also the chief editor of Nature India. So I think we have a fantastic panel, so I don't really want to waste any more time. আমি গোড়ায় একটু মানুষের মনে যে প্রশ্নগুলো আসে আপনাদের সামনে রাখি, then we will come one by one. প্রথম কথা, ভ্যাকসিন কবে আসবে, দি ডেটটা কবে, দি ডেট মানে মে নট বি দ্য ডেট বাট দ্য টাইম। কিছু লোক বলছেন এই এসে পড়লো বলে সেপ্টেম্বরেই ভ্যাকসিন পেয়ে যাবো, কেউ কেউ বলছেন ডিসেম্বরে, কেউ কেউ বলছেন মার্চের আগে আসার কোনো সম্ভাবনা নেই, আবার কেউ কেউ বলছেন এত তাড়াতাড়ি আদৌ আসবে। সো টু স্টার্ট উইথ, লেটস স্টার্ট উইথ, অন্য কোয়েশ্চেন পরে হবে। আমি আপনাদের তিনজনকেই বলবো, এবং আই অলসো রিকোয়েস্ট ডক্টর ভৌমিক, শুভ্রা and Professor Chatterjee to unmute yourself throughout the program so that it can be a freewheeling dialogue and interaction kind of program. So please unmute all of you, all three of you, so that we can interact. এবং আমি যখন কাউকে একটা প্রশ্ন করব তিনি বলার পর please feel free to add anything you want to do. It's a straight talk, so nothing diabolical about it. প্রথম কোশ্চেন আমি প্রফেসর চ্যাটার্জি থেকে শুরু করব। প্রফেসর চ্যাটার্জি, কবে ভ্যাকসিন বাজারে আসবে, কবে আমি পাড়ার দোকান থেকে ভ্যাকসিন কিনতে পারবো? ওভার টু ইউ।
প্রথমটার উত্তর কবে আসবে সেটার উত্তর, হ্যাঁ শুনতে পাচ্ছেন? হ্যালো,
হ্যাঁ পাচ্ছি।
প্রথমটার উত্তর হচ্ছে গিয়ে, মানে আবার যেটা দিয়ে শুরু করেছে মিলিয়ন ডলার কোয়েশ্চেন, বাট ক্লেম হিসেবে যেগুলো রয়েছে, একটা হচ্ছে গিয়ে আমাদের 15 অগস্ট ভারত বায়োটেক কোভ্যাক্সিন, এছাড়া রয়েছে ইউএস এর মডার্না যেটা mRNA ভ্যাকসিন, mRNA 1273, যেটা অ্যারাউন্ড দে আর ক্লেমিং ইন মান্থ অফ নভেম্বর, আর ইউকে অক্সফোর্ডের অ্যাস্ট্রাজেনেকার যেটা AZD1222, এই ভ্যাকসিনটাও আসার কথা হচ্ছে গিয়ে অ্যারাউন্ড নভেম্বর। সো বেসিক্যালি নভেম্বর নাগাদ একটা সম্ভাবনা যে ভ্যাকসিনগুলো আসবে। তবে যখন সেটা প্রথম আসবে তখন সেটা কতটা পর্যন্ত আমাদের এখানে এসে পৌঁছবে সেটার উত্তরটা খুব ডিফিকাল্ট অ্যাকচুয়ালি শেয়ার উইথ ইউ। এখানে আমি একটা জিনিস বলতে চাই, একটা কশন নোট হিসেবে, যেটা আমরা জানি যে এর আগে ভ্যাকসিন ফিয়াস্কো যেটা হয়েছিল, আপনারা জানেন যে 1955, 65 years back, ইউএসএ থেকে ক্যালিফোর্নিয়া ক্যাটার ল্যাবরেটরিজ থেকে পোলিও ভ্যাকসিনের কথা যখন প্রথম আসে, ইনঅ্যাক্টিভেটেড ভাইরাল ভ্যাকসিন, সেই ভ্যাকসিনটা প্রায় 2 লক্ষ শিশুর দেহে দেওয়া হয়েছিল এবং সেখানেও ভীষণ তাড়াতাড়ি করা হয়েছিল সেটাকে।
প্রফেসর
যে
চ্যাটার্জি, আপনার
বাজার
কথাগুলো একটু অস্পষ্ট আসছে। প্রফেসর চ্যাটার্জি, আপনার কথাগুলো একটু অস্পষ্ট
Okay.
আসছে, সামান্য একটু।
All right.
মাইক্রোফোনটাকে যদি
Okay.
একটু সামনে নেন তাহলে বেটার হবে মনে হয়।
And
Okay.
Mr. Elizabeth Prince has request if we can share in English also, so that he will be more comfortable.
Okay. What we are discussing right now, the possibilities of vaccines which we are expecting on 15th of August from the Bharat Biotech, the Covaxin, the USA Moderna mRNA vaccine, which is mRNA 1273, around October, November.
Okay.
The UK Oxford AstraZeneca, that is AZD, which is 122. That we are expecting also in the month of November. But when the vaccine is supposed to come, the availability of the vaccine for April, I have no answer, because that will, I don't know how long it will take. But over here, I want to add one cautionary note. Just give me a minute, because I want to remind all of you the last fiasco of this type of vaccine used in a very rush situation. It was done in 65 years back in by the Cater Laboratories, California polio vaccine, which actually gave to around 2 lakh kids. Out of that, you know, the worldwide 40,000 children get again infection, 200 died, and
Yes.
200 disabled, and 10 died.
প্রফেসর চ্যাটার্জি, ইউ আর ফ্ল্যাগিং আ ভেরি ইম্পর্টেন্ট ইস্যু হুইচ উইল বি কামিং ব্যাক। আমি আসবো আপনার কাছে, ফেরত আসবো।
all right.
কিন্তু আগে
Okay.
প্রথমে একটু টাইম লাইনটা করি। ডক্টর বিনোদ প্রসাদ, if you can mute yourself. Dr. Binod Prasad, if you can mute yourself. I think some voice is coming from your end. Please mute yourself. Thank you. Dr. Subhajyoti Bhomik, the same question. Briefly, when we can expect the vaccine?
So I think my answer is nobody knows this answer, you know, when we can expect the vaccine, because it's a
Politically correct answer.
No, I think the reason, I'm going to highlight the reason, because we have to understand the development of vaccines. Currently, what is being relayed in the media, you know, media is trying to give a lot of positive news, but they are not trying to tell us which phase the vaccine is. So for the common people who have joined this meeting, let me tell you that vaccine phase development is phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Phase 1, whatever Covaxin is undergoing development in India, is phase 1 trials are going on right now. And in phase 1, around 50 to 100 healthy volunteers are being tried. And once that gets cleared, then at least 200 to 500 volunteers will be tried in phase 2, after which thousands of volunteers will be tried in phase 3. And as Professor Chattopadhyay said, I think I'll request people who are not speaking to put yourself on mute, because there are a lot of music coming in. Anyway, coming back to this, so every step, every phase is important. And every phase has a lot of regulations which needs to be taken care of. Every country has their own regulatory framework, but then I would like to highlight that every country wants to expedite. So Moderna, where on 27 July it has started the phase 3 of all the vaccines which are present currently in race. The vaccine developed by Moderna Inc. in the United States, along with the National Institute of Health, is leading the race, because it has started the phase 3 trial. But let me tell you that it has to complete 30,000 recruitments. So it's not the question of time, but I would say it's the question of quality of the trial which is going to decide whether the vaccine will come or not. So being a clinical trial expert, I would say it is very immature and premature to kind of put it. But to quote Mr. Poonawalla, who is the CEO of Serum Institute, which is developing Oxford vaccine in India, they are probably looking at nothing early than the first quarter of 2021 for the vaccine to come. So I'll be very astonished if something comes in the year 2020. I'm sorry to sound very pessimistic, but being a clinical researcher and a patient safety expert, I will never want my patients to get exposed to the unnecessary risk of the vaccine induced disease, which is absolutely not warranted in the vaccine protection.
Absolutely, very important. That is one of the major query for all of us. Shubhra, you have heard both the experts. You have all the
Yes,
feedbacks
sir.
all over the world. Tomar ki mone hoy? When can we expect the vaccine?
Yeah, just like the previous
Shubhra.
speaker, I have to disappoint you. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yes. So
Yes.
I have to really disappoint you, Jantada, because
Yes, go ahead.
yeah, I also have to look at the efficacy and the kind of process that we really go through in creating a vaccine. So no dates, and I think Dr. Subrajyoti was a little more optimistic than I am. I would say that he says the first quarter, but I would push that date beyond the first quarter, because as we all know, the leading manufacturers like Serum Institute have begun manufacturing already the vaccine. So the vaccine is in their hands already. They're so confident about the efficacy of these vaccines that they've start manufacturing them in millions every month. And they'll wait for a day when all these clinical data actually match up to the efficacy of the vaccine, and they can release it. So parar dokane pabe, not before. And parar dokane pabe kina is a big question. I'll come to that later. But as we have heard from the previous speakers, there's a flood of data from the first human trials, from phase 1 and phase 2 trials of 4 promising vaccine candidates till now. Because the trials are focused on safety and dosing, the data really cannot say whether the vaccines will prevent disease or infection. Large-scale efficacy trials are needed for this. So phase 3, like my previous speaker mentioned, we have to really go into large-scale efficacy trials. But whatever little evidence we have till now, they suggest that the candidate vaccines are broadly safe and offer the first hints that vaccines can summon an immune response that resembles that of people who have been infected with the virus. So that more or less is where we stand right now. But crucially, you have to realize this fact that researchers say that the data look good enough to merit testing the vaccines in efficacy trials in which volunteers receive a vaccine or a placebo, and rates of COVID-19 diseases are compared between these groups. So that is where we stand. But scientists, mind you, are cautioning against over-interpreting these results till now. And they say that the data shouldn't be used to directly compare the different vaccines that are under production or under trials. Ultimately, such comparisons will be vital for identifying how different vaccines work, or whether or why they fail. So scientists are right now cautioning against comparing any immune response shown in the early stage trials. And they say there might be more than one path for an effective vaccine. Really.
I'm getting more confused.
Okay.
More confused. I think all of us are getting more confused. আমি জাস্ট টু কাইন্ড অফ আমার একটা কবিতা মনে পড়ে যাচ্ছে যে যেতে পারি কিন্তু কেন যাব, ভ্যাকসিন বলছে যেন আসতে পারি কিন্তু কেন আসবো গোছের ব্যাপার হয়ে যাচ্ছে যে as you Shubhra just you said যে the Oxford research is they are so confident about it that tara already they have manufactured the vaccine, so called quote unquote vaccine, so they're just waiting for the clearance and come on the market, as if I understood properly. If that is the case, then why? Because Oxford report has come on in Lancet. We have all seen the Lancet report, Lancet paper. We have all gone through that, and that is reasonably hopeful kind of paper. So সেই জায়গায় দাঁড়িয়ে মানে এই প্রশ্নটা কি মনে হচ্ছে না যে কি কোনো একটা জায়গায় কন্ট্রাডিকশন হচ্ছে? আমি যদি শুভ্রার কথাটা ধরে আগে, প্রফেসর চ্যাটার্জি, মানে এই কনফিউশনটা হচ্ছে যে আদৌ, প্রথম কথা এই কথা শুনে মনে হচ্ছে এখন কি ভ্যাকসিন আসবেই, এটা কি বলতে পারি? আর উই ইভেন দ্যাট শিওর দ্যাট ভ্যাকসিন উইল কাম শর্টলি? কোনোদিন না কোনোদিন আসবে, বাট মেবি দিস ইয়ার এন্ড, মেবি নেক্সট ইয়ার। I think that question is also quite valid question, Professor Chatterjee.
Yeah, the Lancet paper says about the how it is successful in the phase 1 trial. And I think both the other speakers rightly mentioned about the vaccine, whether it will be on the market, it depends on the phase 2, phase 3, and the later on approval. So all these things are not being, it's a phase 1-2 combination has been reported in the Lancet, and the results have been published. So that there is no confusion that is good, but whether that is going to be for the whole population, for the different races and others, all these things has to be actually tested, and for that actually we need the other bigger trials where it is correctly being mentioned that it should pass the phase 3, and phase 3 means a huge number of human trials, and thereby these particular trials, whether it will be possible or not, and otherwise you cannot get the understanding of the efficacy of the plasmid. And both of them are very rightly mentioned about the efficacy is the most important thing, safe efficacy, and among the huge cross section of populations, all these things are very important, and that's why vaccine will definitely come, but whether the time period what I have mentioned as per the claims is going to be followed or not, that's a real question. And even if that comes, whether that will be safe for us, because we have already a fiasco with the vaccines.
Absolutely. Dr. Bhomik, the efficacy question is a very important question. ভ্যাকসিন একটা তৈরি হলো, বাট এফিকাসি কতটা সেই ভ্যাকসিনের হতে পারে বা হতে পারে না, এই নিয়ে মানুষের মধ্যে প্রশ্ন উঠছে। এন্ড পারহ্যাপস এই যে মিডিয়া ড্রিভেন একটা ব্যাপার চলছে সারা পৃথিবীতেই, যে কাল ভ্যাকসিন এসে পড়লো, পরশু ভ্যাকসিন এসে পড়লো, এবং সাধারণ মানুষ অনেকেই হয়তো ভাবছেন যে কোথাও একটা তাড়াহুড়ো করা হয়ে যাচ্ছে না তো? এমন নয় তো যে মার্কেট ড্রাইভ করছে এই ভ্যাকসিন প্রসেসটাকে? তো সেই জায়গায় আমার প্রশ্ন আপনার কাছে, যে এফিকাসি, এই এফিকাসিটা কোথাও কম্প্রোমাইজড হচ্ছে না তো এই ভ্যাকসিন তৈরি করার ক্ষেত্রে?
Thank you for that question. Ami ektu for the general public, I just want to highlight how, what does efficacy mean? Efficacy মানে কি? মানে আমরা বাংলায় যেটা বলি কার্যকারিতা, মানে আমার যদি এটা ওষুধ হতো, তাহলে যদি এটা ব্লাড প্রেশারের ওষুধ হতো, তাহলে সেই ওষুধটা আমার ব্লাড প্রেশারটা কত কমাতে পারছে, সেটা হচ্ছে আমার এফিকাসি। আমার যদি 130, আমার 180/100 যদি ব্লাড প্রেশার থাকে, তাহলে যদি আমি ওষুধ খেতাম, যদি ওটা 130/80 হয়ে যেত, তাহলে ওটা আমার এফিকাসি, মানে আউটকাম, ডিজায়ার্ড আউটকামটাকে সে অ্যাচিভ করতে পারছে। ভ্যাকসিনের ক্ষেত্রে এফিকাসি হচ্ছে যে কোভিড-19 কে সে প্রতিরোধ করতে পারছে কিনা, কোভিড-19 ইনফেকশনকে সে প্রিভেন্ট করতে পারছে কিনা, সেটা কিভাবে আসবে? হাউ উইল ইট বি প্রুভড? থ্রু অ্যান্টিবডিজ। এবার অ্যান্টিবডিজ এরও ডিফারেন্ট ক্যাটেগরাইজেশন আছে। আমরা যেটা বলি, একটা হচ্ছে সেল মিডিয়েটেড ইমিউনিটি, মানে যেটা হচ্ছে আর্লি ইমিউনিটি, আর হিউমারাল ইমিউনিটি মানে হচ্ছে লং টার্ম ইমিউনিটি। এখন যেটা দেখা যাচ্ছে যে যাদের ইনফেকশন হচ্ছে, যে যার জন্য আমি একটু চিন্তিত এই ভ্যাকসিনটা কাজ করবে কি করবে না। এই সূত্রে আপনাকে বলে রাখি, যে কোনো নর্মাল ভ্যাকসিন ট্রায়াল কিন্তু ইট টেকস ক্লোজ টু 7 to 10 years for a vaccine to come into market if the proper measures are actually taken care of. Any drug enters the market after 10 years of clinical trials. আজকে যেহেতু প্যান্ডেমিক হয়েছে, people have no other option but to look at clinical trials. People are trying to, and you have correctly said that this is market driven, because Moderna, আমি আপনাকে এক্সাম্পল দিচ্ছি, Moderna has not brought any vaccine into the market, but Moderna has already received $1 billion from the NIH grant, and their shares have climbed, rocket climbed হয়ে গেছে, তাদের shares have climbed, and every time news is being shown by the media that this company is coming out with the vaccine, the markets are surging because we are looking for a solution. So coming back to what efficacy would mean here is, when we give the vaccine to the volunteers, in the phase 3, and these volunteers will not be as the phase 1, because phase 1 what we looked at was safety. Kono adverse event hoyeche kina. We never looked at efficacy. We never
Okay.
looked at efficacy. We looked at safety. Je tar injection diye tar reaction hoyeche kina, anaphylaxis hoyeche kina, whether the patient developed a vaccine associated disease or not. We just looked at that. So a positive phase 1 data will never guarantee a positive phase 3 data, because in positive phase 3 data means looking
Very
at the blood parameter, looking at the antibody titer, also deciding whether this antibody is going to, there will be a follow-up of these patients. They will be asked to go back to the community and see how many of them develop infection. The vaccine will be compared with either a placebo or with some arm to compare that jader ei vaccine dawa holo তাদের মধ্যে অ্যান্টিবডি টাইটারটা কি যাদের ইনফেকশন হয়েছিল তাদের থেকে বেশি এলো না কম এলো. So I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritties, but number one is phase 1 এ successful হয়েছে বা phase 2 তে successful হয়েছে, যে phase 3 তে successful হবে
সেই গ্যারান্টি কোথাও নেই।
কোথাও গ্যারান্টি নেই. Again, I would say যে we have to understand, and when the media reports this, media has to play a very sensible role. I would say that media should not end up signaling a message that vaccine is near the corner, so please leave your mask at home and do not wash your hands, and try, and because infection will be controlled. So this is my appeal to everyone.
That's a very important point you flagged up.
That vaccines are definitely under development, but ladies and gentlemen, please understand that for a proper vaccine to develop in a routine process, it takes at least 7 to 10 years. The polio vaccine was developed in 7 years. And so we have to be very careful that we don't hurry up the process, and we don't, because half cooked food is
Are we hurrying up the process? Dr. Bhomik, are we hurrying up the process?
So we are probably hurrying up the regulatory part, because this requires a lot of, there is a lot of red tapeism which is involved. So governments are now all across the globe, they have
fine.
now, yes, understood that this red tapeism has to go. And I think definitely we have to look at, if you just look at the Moderna trial, 275 centers in the United States, 30,000 patients. A Lancet paper had 18 to 55 age group. This is recruiting patients from 18 to 65. 10 years increase with patient population. So the expanding in this particular trial. So we have to be very careful that a positive phase 1 doesn't really mean a positive phase 3.
I understand. I think very important. Come back to that. Shubhra, let's come back to.
I will just intervene.
আমি একটা additional প্রশ্ন, Shubhra, just to supplement this question, just one minute. Allow me a second. Along with that, also Indiaতে our Prime Minister has formally announcement হয়েছিল যে 15th August we are going to have the vaccine. And have কথাটার মানে কি, quote unquote, I don't know whether the information of a vaccine or the actual vaccine itself, I really don't know. তো ইন্ডিয়াতে যেটা হচ্ছে কোভ্যাক্সিন, যেটা আমরা শুনছি, what is the status along with that point that how far market is driving it, and are we really hurrying it or not? Also the Indian perspective. Shubhra.
Right. So one thing that you have to be very clear about is the Prime Minister never made a statement like that August 15 the vaccine will come. It was the ICMR which
Yes,
also
absolutely.
It wasn't made by the ICMR. The statement, it just said a letter was sent to all the facilities which will be doing the phase 1, 2 or 3 trials, saying that August 15 is the date by which we want to make a vaccine. This was the intent of the ICMR. The letter was very strict in its tone, and that's why it drew a lot of flack. And it said that you have to really bypass these regulatory red tape, like the previous panelist just mentioned, that all these centers were asked to bypass any regulatory red tape that would be existing in the system and start recruiting these volunteers on whom they can test the Covaxin. Basically, this was and Bharat Biotech is the manufacturer of that vaccine. So it's a joint effort by ICMR and Bharat Biotech. Now, coming to the question of whether it's market driven, we have enough evidence in the past, in history, to suggest that there are many such drugs, not just vaccines, drugs, molecules, or vaccines, which have been fast tracked or gone through the government machinery faster than they would have, simply because of market dynamics. And one such drug by Biocon is also being questioned a lot, which is being tried now, which has been passed by the Drug Controller of India as one of the drugs for critical patients. And so we have, and it was just tried in about, I think, 30 or 40 patients, and it was proven safe enough by Drug Controller of India to be released as one of the drugs that can be used alongside remdesivir and other drugs that we are currently using in critically ill patients. So yes, we do have such precedents of market guiding all of these stories of vaccines or drugs. But I just want to come back to the confusion that you mentioned, that you are more confused about the vaccine now, whether it will come or not, with all these inputs from all of us. Let me just tell you something that I told my mother last evening when she called me up and said, I'm seeing this news that August 15 is certainly going to be the date when the vaccine is coming out. What do you know about it? Is it going to come and will we get it? So I told her the following in very simple terms, that number one, it is impossible for a vaccine to bypass all these regulatory mechanisms of phase 1, 2, 3 and suddenly appear in the market from nowhere. Number two, even if for argument's sake, we say that even if the vaccine is there and it comes out, and what about large scale availability of the vaccine? We are a country of 1.3 billion. How do we really ensure that the day that the vaccine is manufactured and comes into the market, that's the day that Janta can go into his Pada shop and take the vaccine and
Exactly.
get himself injected. So there is a regulation around that too. So in case the vaccine comes in 2021, somewhere in the middle of 2021, who's going to get it first? And I'm trying to actually interview Dr. Harshvardhan around this issue of availability of the vaccine, and I should be talking to him in a couple of days. So there is a regulation around that too. So the first people who will get the vaccine is the critically ill COVID patients, and those are the ones that will get, and people with comorbidities. Then probably people who have, vulnerable groups, and elderly people, children, lactating mothers, perhaps, and then people like you and I who are sitting at home conversing about the vaccine being available.
No, we are not sitting at home. We are not
No.
sitting at home, Shubhra. We are working on the road. We are not sitting at home.
I would like to just make a point
Yeah.
to what
So
Shubhra
I'm just trying to say
Yeah.
that people who are fit and fine and sort of have no comorbidities or issues with their health. That's what I meant when I said we are sitting at home
Okay,
cozy.
great.
So that's how the vaccine will actually roll out. So don't expect it to come to you before the end of 2021.
Before I come to Subhrajyoti, it's not a question, but the country that India is, do you think that this strict hierarchy of vaccine will be maintained, or all the political leaders with the sacrifice around them will get the vaccine in the first place? We all know the answer. Subhrajyoti, if you just quick comment and come to
quick comment, and I really want to add that you mentioned who will get the vaccine. Being from the healthcare workforce, I would say the doctors, the nurses, the paramedical staff should get the vaccine first, because if they are infected, if they are infected, who's going to take care of the population? So I think
Absolutely.
everybody is just like if we have a gun, then who we give the gun to is the army we give the gun to because they are going to protect the borders. Everybody else can come later on because the we have lost today we lost another doctor. In India has already lost close to 200 doctors. Several or hundreds of our nurses have lost their lives. So I
Absolutely.
think there cannot be any discussion on this that the healthcare workforce has to get the vaccine first, and that is
Absolutely.
my way of
Absolutely.
taking on it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I think I completely agree with that. Completely agree with that. I think health workers who are actually saving us, they should be
The
the first
frontline
person
staff,
to receive the
and
vaccine.
not only the healthcare workers, I would put it as frontline staff, the police people, the people who are taking
Frontline
our,
workers. Frontline workers.
the people
Yes,
who are
yes, yes.
collecting the
No, no, no.
garbages from
I
the
think
hospital.
we are
Everybody,
all on same boat.
Yeah,
everybody
yeah,
else can come
absolutely.
later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Professor Chatterjee, in fact, I'm thinking to request we have number of queries. So if you kind of briefly and pointedly respond, then we can have as much responses to the people যেটা সম্ভব হতে পারে। চ্যাটার্জি ভ্যাকসিন আমরা নানান রকম দেখি, যেমন পোলিও ভ্যাকসিন 1.5 মাস অন্তর অন্তর বাচ্চাদের খাওয়াতে হয়, কোনো ভ্যাকসিন বছরে একবার খাওয়াতে হয়, কোনো ভ্যাকসিন 5 বছর অন্তর, আবার ইয়েলো ফিভারের মতো কোনো ভ্যাকসিন before going to Africa I had to take a yellow fever and ওরা বলো lifelong vaccine kind of। তো এই যে ভ্যাকসিনটা যেটা আসতে চলেছে সেটা ফার্স্ট কোয়ার্টার অফ 2021 হোক, এন্ড অফ 2020 হোক, বা শুভ্রা has mentioned in a backhanded way middle of next year, whatever it is, আপনার কি মনে হয় এই ভ্যাকসিনটা কি ধরনের হতে পারে? What is kind of the frequency of this vaccination?
The question is very, what I should say, valuable in that respect, that unless this third phase is going to be looked after, the turnover rate, all these things are going to actually give us some idea. And then we have to also check 4 different points. একটা হচ্ছে কি যেটা দিয়ে other speakers also started, that এটা B cell mediated যদি হয়, এটা যদি T cell mediated যদি হয়, এবং right now we could see that these antibodies are going to immediate protection, but it will go to the memory cells, and those memory cells will produce antibodies later on into the system, which we could find in case of the smallpox and those particular diseases what you mentioned. But in case of the polio vaccine, the boosters are needed. Why boosters are needed? Because the titer, the life of this particular antibodies in the circulation will go very fast, and that's why you have to take at the very beginning of the things. Similarly, all the different vaccines when we take, these are different. In this particular case, one very important paper been published, and we are looking forward to that there is a chance that the vaccine which, or the antibody which is actually going to be there and also starts the new T cells, which is now known to us T follicular cell, then it can be much better and will be there for a longer period of time. But so far, whatever informations are coming, the way we are talking about all these 3 vaccines, these vaccines are not going to be there for a long period of time. And also, just like influenza, there is a possibility, because of mutation, because of new strains, we have to take these vaccines every year.
Okay, every year. Shubhajyoti, very briefly, not a very detailed response. Professor Chatterjee has flagged up that point. If I am not wrong, ল্যান্সেটে বোধহয় কোথাও মেনশন করা ছিল, বা পরবর্তীকালে আমরা দেখেছি যে ওরা এফিকেসিটা টেস্ট করছিল, ইট ওয়াজ এফিকেসি ওয়াইজ 58 days or something একটা এফিকেসি কথা আমরা পড়ছিলাম। তো হোয়াট ইজ ইউর ইনিশিয়াল থিঙ্কিং যে অ্যাজ
Hello. Yeah, I kind of lost your last part of the question. Can you repeat?
Okay. Response from your end, যে এই যে ভ্যাকসিনটা প্রফেসর চ্যাটার্জি বললেন he expects once in a year kind of vaccine. What do you expect? That's my question.
Yeah, so I would agree with what Professor Chatterjee is saying, because this is a viral vaccine, and viral vaccines, especially if you look at the kind of the nature of coronavirus, it is very closely related to the influenza virus group. So influenza virus vaccine, influenza virus and coronavirus, if you see, they come with genetic mutations every, I would say, few years. So one thing would be definitely to take the vaccine on a regular basis, and I won't be surprised if the vaccine nature gets changed again and again. So it might not be the same vaccine which will be developed. If the influenza vaccine, the genome sequence changes every year. So this can be a possibility. But again, I would say it will be very premature to comment on whether single dose or double doses are required, because we have to look at what is known as seroprevalence. Kotota percentage of patients are able to produce antibodies to protect the disease, and this will only be available from phase 3 trials. Usually the cutoff line is যদি 60% of the population is able to produce the antibody with one dose, we give a single dose because that includes the herd immunity. যদি তার থেকে নিচে হয় তাহলে আমরা second dose দিই, then we give the second dose. So
Second dose in a year?
Second dose which will be decided either in a year, in a year, or it could be every quarter also. It could be like 6 months a second dose. So it depends absolutely on what is so prevalent. But yes, it will definitely be, the picture is going to be clear as the phase 3 trial completes.
Okay, fine. Shubhra,
Yeah.
in line with this question, কিন্তু একটু অন্য অ্যাসপেক্টে যে you are looking at various kind of vaccine now in the discussion. So their methodology, I'm sure, are not same. There are variable methods also. তো তোমার কি মনে হচ্ছে যে এই যে ইনপুট গুলো তুমি পাচ্ছ, সেই জায়গায় দাঁড়িয়ে এই ভ্যাকসিনের frequency once in a year kind of, or maybe what is the current understanding of knowledge says যে আমরা কোথায় দাঁড়িয়ে আছি, যে এখন কি মনে হচ্ছে at this point of time? 29 July 2020. Where do we stand?
Yes. So the primary thing to understand about this is researchers don't yet know the precise nature of the immune response that protects against COVID-19. And there are likely to be multiple ways to fend off infection. So day before yesterday, there was a Rockefeller University in New York study, which has come as a preprint. The mutations in SARS-CoV-2 might help the virus to thwart protein immune molecules. What does that mean? The blood of many people who recover from COVID-19 contains immune system molecules, which are called neutralizing antibodies, and that disable particles of the new coronavirus. So most such antibodies recognize the new coronavirus's spike protein, okay, and which the virus actually uses to infect these cells. So that researchers are hoping that these molecules can be used as therapies and can be elicited by vaccines. So that in a nutshell is how it is evolving. But having said that, coming directly to your question, I think we will need a vaccine almost every year because of the evolving nature of coronaviruses. These are highly mutating viruses, and we haven't seen a large-scale mutation yet across the world, but just like influenza viruses, they will mutate, and we will have to have various different kinds of vaccines.
Fine. এটা বোঝা গেল যে মোটামুটি আপনারা তিনজনই একমত যে 1 year বা 1 year-এর কম এই ভ্যাকসিন আমাদের প্রায় প্রত্যেক বছরই নিতে হবে, বছরে হয়তো দুবারও নিতে হতে পারে, সেটা যে ট্রায়াল থেকে যেটা বেরিয়ে আসবে। প্রফেসর চ্যাটার্জি, যেটা জিজ্ঞেস করার আমার সেটা হচ্ছে যে এই ভ্যাকসিন কি সব ধরনের এজ গ্রুপের, মানে একদম একেবারে নিউবর্ন বেবি থেকে এল্ডারলি পারসন সবাইকে কি এই ভ্যাকসিন দেওয়া হবে বা দেওয়া যাবে? আপনার কি মনে হয়? এখন আমরা
আবার এটা একটু আমার মনে হচ্ছে যে আবার মাই অ্যানসার উইল ম্যাচ। I think my answer is going to be premature because unless the efficacy been done amongst the huge age
Okay,
group,
same thing.
it's very difficult to actually find it out whether it's possible or not. But I think Shubha actually mentioned the new technology we are now thinking about to use this particular vaccine based on the informations which we have gathered so far. If somebody has looked at the THSTI, who are thinking about the synthetic peptide vaccines, that has got a huge potential, which can actually can be there for a longer period and will not depend on the mutation of the virus. And thereby, I think that the new technologies may come, new vaccines may come, which actually will be better for us. But it's absolutely premature for us to say anything about it.
ওকে, ডক্টর ভৌমিক, একটা কথা এখানে আসছে, আমরা কতগুলো ট্রায়ালের কথা দেখছিলাম যেখানে ভলেন্টিয়ার্স আর ফ্রম 15 ইয়ার্স টু 65 ইয়ার্স। এইটা যদি একটুখানি সাধারণ সবাই জন্য ক্লারিফাই করেন, অনেকের মনে হতেই পারে যে তার আগের বা পরের বয়সটাকে নেওয়া হচ্ছে না কেন ট্রায়ালে, because of the fact are they more vulnerable for this kind of trial? What exactly the logic is?
So if you see the Lancet paper, or the other trials, basically where the phase 1 is involved, even the Covaxin trial, 18 to 55 years is what is being taken. The reason is that the immune system, human immune system, is the most advanced, or I would say it is completely mature between these two age group limits, 18 to 55 years. So it is any response, immune response is supposedly going to be excellent in between this age group. Anybody, if you want to test the vaccine, of course, this is not supposed to be a vaccine for children. Reason, because luckily COVID-19 is not affecting so many children worldwide. If you really see, because there is a lot, I'm not going to get into details, Kano Kochana, but so the vaccine, 18 to 55 is the ripe age for any body to respond to antibodies. Beyond 55, human body, the immunity starts falling, and beyond 65 it falls further. So even if I have a vaccine which is supposedly going to trigger an immune response, I will not pick these two age groups at the beginning. And you have to understand that the phase 1 trials are safety trials. So in this either spectrum of the human population, there is a high incidence of adverse events. And the children and the elderly, if they suffer from any kind of anaphylaxis, jodi severe reaction holo, but severe respiratory distress holo, বা any কোনো যদি আমার medical complications হয়, এই age groupটা তাও withstand করে বেরিয়ে আসতে পারবে। দুটো extreme age group কিন্তু chances আছে they will not be able to come out of that. So for patient safety, for volunteer safety, this age group is taken, along with keeping in mind that the efficacy is also at best.
I understand that point, that for the patient safety and the volunteer safety, we have to kind of confine ourselves to 18 to 55. কিন্তু একটা ইস্যু এখানে সাধারণ মানুষের মনে প্রশ্ন উঠছে, I think Shubhra can come on first on that, যে most of the people, as being publicly kind of disseminated, যে 65 বছরের উপরে যারা আছে they are more vulnerable. তো তাদের অনেকে কোমরবিডিটি আছে, এটাও বলা হচ্ছে কোমরবিডিটি থাকলে COVID-19 will become even more major issue. তো এই ভ্যাকসিনের ক্ষেত্রে এখন অবধি আমরা যা ইনপুট পাচ্ছি, cutting across the major vaccine, আমি দেখছিলাম WHO was saying that 22 vaccines are in the race. 22টা ভ্যাকসিন are in the race for being prepared. তো যতটা ইনপুট তোমাদের কাছে আছে শুভ্রা, তার থেকে কি মনে হচ্ছে যে কোমরবিডিটি থাকা একটা সাধারণ মানুষ যার কিনা কোমরবিডিটি নেই, তাকে যতটা প্রোটেকশন দেবে, তার ক্ষেত্রে যতটা এফিকাসি থাকবে, ততটা কি কোমরবিডিটির ক্ষেত্রেও থাকবে? এবং এই কোমরবিডিটি আছে এমন লোকও কি এই স্যাম্পলের মধ্যে রয়েছে ট্রায়ালে, ক্লিনিক্যাল ট্রায়ালে, যাতে আমরা বুঝতে পারি যে কোমরবিডিটির ক্ষেত্রে কতটা এটা ভালো কাজ করবে? শুভ্রা, then I'll come to Shubhajit.
Right. So I think the other two panelists are more, would answer that question better than me. But whatever little I know of this is that yes, in phase 3 trials, there will be mass trials of these vaccines which would mean that people with comorbidities will also be considered. It's not just healthy individuals, but individuals of all kinds of all varieties of immune system responses will be involved. So scientists have actually devised or identified a diverse group of antibodies that block the new coronavirus's ability to infect cells, even when applied in low doses. So that we know already, and the age range that you mentioned, 18 to 55,
55.
is generally the case with most clinical trials. It's not just about influenza vaccines or influenza trials or SARI, which we call as SARI, or critically or the influenza-like illnesses, ILIs. The thing is that here you have to understand that the I'm just quoting a King's College London study of just a couple of days back, which says that antiviral antibodies are petering out within weeks after infection. So, which means that the body starts losing out the benefits of these antibodies within weeks of infection. So you may be probably at risk even after having taken the vaccine just within weeks of it. But how your immune system will respond to it is absolutely an individual immune
Okay.
response.
Dr. Bhomik, very quickly to the response of this question, যাদের comorbidity আছে, যাদের diabetes আছে, অন্যান্য issues আছে, do you think that the vaccine will be able to be kind of doing justice to their scenario?
দেখুন, এটাকে আমরা বলি হচ্ছে স্পেশালাইজড পপুলেশন ট্রায়াল। দে আর স্পেশালাইজড পপুলেশন। সো whenever a clinical trial is going on, with due respect, let me tell you that majorly the trial is trying to protect the population at large. If you look at the world population, so 7 billion world population এর মধ্যে হয়তো I might have diabetes who are probably 50 million people. So I will recruit a sample size which will be able to extrapolate my data to 7 billion people. তার মধ্যে এইভাবে আমি স্যাম্পল সাইজ ক্যালকুলেট করব যে আমার 50 মিলিয়ন ডায়াবেটিক পপুলেশন কেও করবে। সো হোয়াট আই মিন টু সে ইজ এই 30,000 যে মডার্না ট্রায়ালটা হয়েছে তার মধ্যে একটা ছোট সাবসেট থাকবে অ্যারাউন্ড 200 to 300 পেশেন্ট পপুলেশন who will have diabetes as comorbidity, but major people will be again healthy. Let me tell you, because the trial is trying to figure out the vaccine which will protect the maximum population at large. And again, I'll tell you, we have people in my own family যাদের হয়তো diabetes আছে, hypertension আছে, their life is not less valuable. What I mean to say is this is triaging in vaccine development. If I have limited resources, then I will try to save those population who are at less risk, then to save the population which is already at more risk of going away. So the triaging will be done that the vaccine largely will try and be effective in the larger population, and a subset analysis is going to be there for diabetes, hypertension, cancer patients.
I understand.
That kind of a thing.
Okay, but what you are saying is stratified sampling. A stratified sampling সেম ভাবে এই comorbidity গ্রুপে করা হবে
একদম।
কিন্তু Professor Chatterjee, if I can bring on into this discussion, very important, very I think fabulous discussion. আজকে আমরা যদি গ্লোবাল হেলথ বার্ডেন দেখি, if you look at the annual report of global health burden, if I am not wrong, third or fourth হচ্ছে এয়ার পলিউশন রিলেটেড ডেথ। আজকে সারা পৃথিবীতে এয়ার পলিউশন রিলেটেড ডেথ এত বেশি, স্পেশালি ইন্ডিয়ান সাবকন্টিনেন্ট, এশিয়া, আফ্রিকাতে। আওয়ার অলমোস্ট all of us যারা এই প্রোগ্রামের মধ্যে রয়েছি তাদের মধ্যে সবারই লাং কিছু না কিছুটা কম্প্রোমাইজড। সেই জায়গায় দাঁড়িয়ে যদি সেই ধরনের কনসিডারেশনকে এইখানে না ধরা হয়, বিকজ অফ দ্য ফ্যাক্ট অ্যাজ উই মেক পিপল আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ড দিস করোনা ভাইরাস ইজ অলসো এফেক্টিং আওয়ার লাংস। সো ওয়্যার ডু উই কনসিডারিং দোজ ভ্যারিয়েবলস কোট অ্যান্ড কোট, যে আমি এয়ার পলিউশনে এক্সপোজড, আমার ক্ষেত্রেও কি এই ভ্যাকসিনটা সমান কাজ করবে আর সুইজারল্যান্ডে যে বসে আছে তার ক্ষেত্রের মতো?
That's what I just wanted to mention first, that again, all these things are depend on the efficacy result, because that will be on a random population. Because if the population is not being considered, why at the very beginning 18 to 55 years? Because very rightly mentioned by everybody, that's the stage when the immune system is most active. So we have to find out which is that, and then definitely we have to look after. And then the question comes about that whether across the population, across the race, across the genetic disabilities, what we could find that whether it is going to be active or not. And thereby I just want to mention that let us first have a good vaccine, and which is active for a majority of the people, and definitely we have to look after the effect on these type of things, which is going to be a part of our phase. তো এই মুহূর্তে কিন্তু এইগুলো না করে আমরা যাই বলি না কেন, এভরিথিং উইল বি
প্রিম্যাচিওর হয়ে যাবে।
somehow it will be, আমরা যেন এক্সট্রাপোলেট করছি আমাদের নলেজটাকে। But before I end, I just want to mention that I don't know Shubhra or Shubhrajyoti.
You're not ending. I have another question for you afterwards. You're not ending.
I just want to mention that, you know, the Chinese vaccine, the Sinovac Biotech, which is already did a huge amount of phase 3 trial, and whatever I looked at the paper reports, that they have gone through that paper, this phase 3 trial, and the huge Brazil trial is also going on. Any information regarding that? Sinovac?
Any?
Yeah, so both these vaccines that we mentioned in the beginning, as well as 2 more. So I said 4 of them are front runners, and Sinovac is one of them in the front running category.
Vaccines.
So they are sort of almost neck and neck with Moderna. Though Moderna is getting more publicity, and we know why. Because Sinovac, of course, is from a part of the world where we are all sort of biased towards right now, in a negative way. And so things may not be as rosy for Sinovac as for Moderna, right? So, but I think even Sinovac is really promising, one of the front runners, as much as AstraZeneca or Moderna or whatever.
4 vaccines. Shubhrajyoti?
Yeah, Sinovac, I think the most important thing between Sinovac and Moderna would be the nature of the vaccine. Moderna is an RNA vaccine, whereas Sinovac is a non-replicating virus. It's a dead virus. So one is an attenuated virus, the other one is a dead virus. So if you ask me personally, as as a doctor, I would say Moderna definitely involves it is supposed to involve a much more immune response. And having said that, both are in their phase 3 clinical trials. And as correctly mentioned by Shubhra, that maybe we are getting less information from China, because China traditionally has been a country which does not want to indulge and share a lot of data with the rest of the world. So I won't be surprised on 31st August if they announce that, the vaccine is ready for manufacturing. So I'm just keeping my fingers crossed. But whatever data I had till yesterday was that Sinovac is actually in the phase 3 trials. But the total number of patients, and because if we go to US FDA website, the Moderna can actually show you which sites are recruiting, because that's clinicaltrials.gov. It's an open platform. India has ctri.nic.in. But the Chinese are so secretive, and I excuse me for with this comment, but I really don't like so much of secrecy when it comes to research, because this is a pandemic. We need to share our resources and try to fight this out. So honestly speaking, both are neck to neck, but then definitely given an option, Moderna has a much more immune potential. That is as far as the science is concerned.
But as you just said, both are neck to neck as per the information provided in public domain. But normally our experience with China is that they are much ahead of whatever they are providing on the public domain. So as you just said, the 31st August, you started in the start of the program saying যে কবে আসবে next year এর মাঝামাঝি, but you just said যে you will not be surprised if on 31st August China comes out with the vaccine. So আমাদের
I'll tell you something. জয়ন্ত দা, I'll
চীন
tell you.
হটাও দেশ বাঁচাও, চীন হটাও দেশ বাঁচাও, কিন্তু আমরা এক মুহূর্তে ভুলে যাবো the moment the vaccine comes on board.
আমি একটা কথা বলছি, 31 ডিসেম্বর 29 একটা নিউমোনিয়া কেস রিপোর্টেড হয়েছিল একটা দেশ থেকে। সেই নিউমোনিয়া আজকে 6 lakhs people they have lost their lives across the globe. So, and in our own country, our fellow 15 lakh Indians are affected. So, honestly speaking, I'm very, very concerned about when it comes to that country, because they are not very open as far as sharing their information is concerned. They're still stuck to 85,000 cases, whereas I have been to China many times. I've seen how densely populated they are. So, I'm still very wary of where these things are, but then definitely coming back to the discussion, Sinovac is definitely a very big potential vaccine, and there is a lot of merit in that vaccine as well.
So there are top two now, Sinovac and this
And Moderna.
other one from the US, top two.
Yeah, but I will say the Oxford vaccine will also start the phase 3 next month, because Serum has already applied to the Drug Controller General of India, and Drug Controller General is very, very committed to push this vaccine in India. So I will be also keeping my fingers crossed for the Oxford vaccine development in India.
So multiple vaccines on board. Into China versus USA, the political fight can also come up.
I just want to come in and say that in between we also heard about a Russian military vaccine,
Yes, we have heard.
which was
Very
tried.
interesting.
And-
Shubhra, USA, China, Russia,
Yeah.
all politically sensitive countries
Yes.
are on board. Very, very interesting.
Very interesting.
Yes,
And so
go
we
ahead,
have
go
a
ahead.
new term that is called vaccine nationalism. So who's going to produce the vaccine first, and who's going to claim that they have the manna for the humankind, you know? So that kind of debate is also ongoing. And as Subhrajyoti Bhomik just mentioned that
Great.
we
I mean, I have,
we want this
Shubhra,
advice.
thank you. I have just one question, but before
Yes.
that, sorry to interrupt you. I have
Go
just
ahead.
one question. We are about 5 minutes to go. সেটা হচ্ছে যে let me ask Ashita and Sudipto, is there any bursting question যেটা আমরা discuss করিনি? We have discussed a lot. So Ashita, is there any question before I end up with my final question? Is there any question? Dr. Arup Haldar was telling me that he has a question. Dr. Haldar, you are still there? Dr. Haldar?
He is there, but
Dr. Arup
chat-
Haldar?
I am here.
Hey, Dr. Haldar, you have any
Yes.
question for the panelists? Dr.
So
Haldar is
wonderful
a very
discussion
well-known.
till now. Yeah, most of the questions has been answered, but I have one reservation about this coronavirus vaccine, because the previous experience was not very good in SARS-CoV and MERS. The preclinical experiment with this coronavirus vaccine told us that there may be some antibody-mediated enhanced lung damage with this coronavirus vaccine. So my question is that, is there any possibility of such kind of damage with the new or the vaccines which we are planning for the COVID-19?
Professor Chatterjee?
Yeah,
Professor
but that's
Chatterjee,
what
have you
actually
heard
the
the question?
phase. Yeah. That's what actually we discussed about. The phase 1 trial is related to the safety, and that has been done in a very small population. You understand? And in that small population, it was found in both the animal experiments before that, as well as a small population, this vaccine has got no such bad effect on this. So whatever you said, yes, but it's very difficult to say that whether, because unless we go further, we go to a population, it's very difficult to comment on that.
But Professor Chatterjee, even Shubhajyoti একটু আগে বলছিলেন যে 7 years were required to form the polio vaccine, but still we hear about the vaccine derived death in polio. Still we have a data of the vaccine derived death in polio. So even after 7 years, it was not a foolproof in that way. So finger crossed what will happen. As you said, the efficacy needs to be seen. Final question to three of you, very brief answer. Communicable disease or infectious disease is out of fashion. People research about diabetes, cardiovascular, এবং আগে যেটা ইনফেকশিয়াস ডিজিজ নিয়ে কাজ হতো এখন প্রায় রিসার্চেরই পাওয়া যায় না অনেক ক্ষেত্রে। আমি একদিন আগে CSE Sunita was organizing a talk show, and I was hearing that Sunita very rightly pointed out যে infectious disease research is out of fashion. Do you think this corona will bring back focus on infectious disease research in India and as well as throughout the world? Let's start with Shubhajyoti. Very quick comment.
Well, I don't agree to your statement that the infectious disease research is out of action. If you see, Indian government has committed so much to tuberculosis research. All the research in tuberculosis, leprosy is happening in India. So I think we need to understand that yes, infectious diseases are not only the acute diseases but the chronic diseases. And Government of India has done a lot of work. And you are correct. We are probably going to look at more investments in infectious diseases because it was the pharmaceutical companies which were not investing. They were investing in the chronic diseases because infectious diseases don't give them return of investment. So I think there'll be more investment with respect to research and development from the pharmaceutical industry. But as far as Indian government is concerned, I would definitely say that tuberculosis, leprosy, Kala Azar, Indian government is running a lot of infectious disease, dengue, all these infectious disease, malaria program, National Malaria Research Program is going on. So as far as tropical countries are concerned, WHO is concerned, there is a lot of focus. The focus was missing from the pharmaceutical industry. Pharmaceutical industry will have to look back at their strategy and they will have to invest more.
Shubhra, asking the same question but just with a bit of a rider. ঠিক এটা ঘটনা যেটা ভৌমিক বললেন যে there are a lot of investment from the government side being made in the dengue and malaria, but if you look at the division of funding, you will find that manpower এবং ম্যানেজমেন্টে যে টাকাটা খরচা হয় actual R&D তে তার অনেক কম টাকা খরচা হয়. So what do you feel about it, that infectious disease will have more kind of in the coming days, more importance, more emphasis globally, not only in India I'm talking about?
Yes, I think.
What's your take?
Yeah, one of the things that I want to also discount, like Shubhajyoti did, is that we are not looking at infectious disease. We are. I think globally, I did a very brief tour of all the European Union, facilities on infectious diseases last year, and year before that, I did a tour of the American facilities, including CDC. Who are working on all kinds of infectious diseases, and not just infectious diseases, all kinds of diseases. And my first question to all of them always was, which is the disease that you think, or disease spectrum do you think needs more R&D and needs more focus, and which is your current focus? And everybody without fail said influenza. So I don't think that globally this the mindset is not there. Even in India, I think the highest number of projects right now, or maximum amount of money in R&D goes to TB, as far as I know, and also to influenza. There have been very wide calls for application for influenza projects across the world and in India. So this pandemic certainly is going to bring back whatever lost focus we had on influenza and similar kind of contagions. I think what will matter now more is also to figure out the zoonotic origin of all of these diseases, and that is going to also take a lot of focus in coming times.
Correct. Professor Chatterjee.
Yeah, I think both of them answered it, and I completely 100% agree with them that tropical countries are continuing these researches on this infectious diseases. But in general, in these countries, the funding for research is much less. And so what we have to, this particular situation, pandemic situation, global pandemic situation actually tells us globally the amount of investment in infectious disease research should be increased, and we have to take care of this because a tiny virus is actually making us absolutely in a situation which we could not combat even in the last 6 months.
Okay. Shubhra, you were trying to add something?
Me?
Shubhra,
No.
you were trying to add something?
No, I was just...
You were saying something, you were saying something?
I was just amused with the fact that the tiny virus, whatever number of grams, has infected the entire world, and we are helpless against it. Science is yet to find answers to many key questions about the virus's origin to how it really infects. And it's almost 6 months, and 6 months is actually nothing in terms of research and development into such a massive contagion. So we will, of course, have to give it some more time to all the researchers who are dedicatedly fast tracking research across the world to figure out some key questions still about the virus.
Okay.
I just want to add one thing,
Yeah, sure.
that
Please.
you know that in this short period of time, the number of papers, almost 10,000 papers came out in the international journals on the researches going on this, and in this short time, it never happens before.
Yes.
No, so
Yes, absolutely.
I'm not getting it. এই যে 10,000 পেপার এই 6 মাসে বেরিয়েছে, do you feel that all this research are original research, or do you feel that copy paste exercise is happening?
No. See, copy paste is not possible right now in the international journals. There are only
Not copy paste in the sense of copy paste. I'm saying the idea wise.
No, but in fact, out of this 10,000, 25 already been retracted. But the thing is that there are so many labs which actually jump to work on it because of this particular situation, and that is one of the positive thing about the whole thing. We have to say that all the scientists becoming very active in this and get the whole pulse.
Science is doing the T20. Science is doing the T20.
Yeah,
Science is doing the T20. Yes,
That's what I just want to say. In 6
Science
months,
is doing a T20.
10,000 papers.
Yeah, I just want to quickly add why that might be the case. Number one, the research and development budgets for COVID-19 have been very, very liberal across the world.
Lakshmi Mittal is funding millions.
Yeah, and number
Lakshmi Mittal
two,
is funding millions.
absolutely. Number two, the scientific journals are fast tracking publication of everything that they think is significant and improve our knowledge in this rapidly evolving science around the virus. And number three, the preprints which we never used to look at earlier, they have really become very significant in this era, and all scientific publications are actually encouraging preprints because it fast tracks again the pace of science. So
also I think,
but everything is due to COVID-19 impact.
COVID-19, and I think also that the papers, when they're going into peer review, they the journals are sharing those peer review in those papers with the WHO, World Health Organization, in case there is some data which is of important nature, then the World Health Organization can directly pick that paper up and share the information. So I think what is happening is we are seeing that these all walls between the journals have broken down. Every publication across the globe is available free. We had to pay $50 to $100 to get that publication. So I think that has really helped.
No, completely agreeable with that. But you referred just about WHO. I think WHO's own role, not maybe today's subject of discussion, WHO's own role is under a lot of question. And WHO, if you look at the kind of advisories that WHO has been giving from the inception of the disease, you keep on changing. Now, ICMR the other day saying that fever is not the only thing. So we are also getting confused. The WHO, if they can come up with so much confusing and if I can be allowed to say contradictory statements from time to time, where the people will go. I really don't know that how much WHO. That's a discussion, another day's discussion. But I mean,
I don't agree.
I'll just add to this, Shubhra, with your permission. Yeah, just because I worked in WHO
one by one.
Yeah, just one take on this. We personally worked in the headquarters in WHO. WHO is a Western-dominated organization, whether we like it or we don't like it. So the pattern of infection and the pattern of publication, what we are seeing coming out from WHO is majorly dominated by the Western countries. and more so from Europe. But we have to also take into consideration that Asia and Africa are an important component, and within Asia, the virus is not behaving the same way how the virus is behaving within the Western population. So that's the reason WHO is trying to do
We
justice
have to now
and
wind
trying
up.
to
We have to now wind up.
Yeah, I just want to finally mention one word about WHO.
Shubhra,
Is that the chief scientist of WHO is an Indian who's gone
Yes,
from
yes.
ICMR. So I won't think that slant really occurs there. But at the same time, the contradiction in what WHO says
Okay.
today in tomorrow is because science itself is evolving. That's
Yes.
the future of science.
Yes.
That's the
Exactly.
future
Yes.
of how
Exactly.
Absolutely granted.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely granted. No.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm trying to
I'm
say.
also agreeable with that.
Same here. Absolutely.
No. I agree with you on that front. The science is very quickly evolving, and WHO also trying to match up with that. I agree with that. But still, WHO being WHO, we perhaps kind of expect it to be more consistent. You require consistency from Virat Kohli and Sachin Tendulkar. You don't expect consistency from the Ranji Trophy team. So from WHO, we expect much more
That's a
consistency.
really
That's what
bad,
I'm saying.
really bad analogy.
No.
But I will give it to you.
Allow me to do that. Anyway, allow me to do that. Before I wind, it's a fabulous discussion. It has been a fabulous discussion, এবং আমার মনে হয় যারা শুনলেন তারা অনেকগুলো টেকনিক্যালিটিস ছিল, হয়তো কোনো কোনো জায়গায় বুঝতে একটু অসুবিধা হতে পারে, কিন্তু ওভারঅল ভ্যাকসিন কবে আসবে, আই থিঙ্ক এটা খুব পরিষ্কার করে তারা বলেছেন যে থার্ড বা ফাইনাল যে ট্রায়াল হবে, সেই ট্রায়াল গুলো না হলে বলা খুব মুশকিল এফিকেসি কতটা হবে, কবে আসবে। বাট বিভিন্ন রকমের টাইম লাইন বলছে। Shubhra initially spoke about first quarter of 2021. Professor Chatterjee said that somewhere end of 2020. Shubhajyoti even kind of like that. So no, Shubhajyoti said actually the 2021 first quarter. Shubhra is even beyond that. Shubhra said mid of next year. You said mid of next year. So that's I think nobody কেউ আমরা জানি না কোথায় আমরা আসছি, কিন্তু আমি দুটো জিনিস বলে শেষ করব। If you look at the social media, the WhatsApp university, so to say, you will find যে 100 বছর আগে স্প্যানিশ ফ্লু যখন হয়েছিল তার ছবিগুলো আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি, এবং তার ছবির পাশাপাশি আজকে এই কোভিড বা করোনার সময় যে পরিস্থিতি তার ছবি দেখতে পাচ্ছি, and it almost looks like Xerox copy. এবং আমাকে অনেকেই বলেছে, আই থিঙ্ক দে আর নেভ অ্যান্ড অল দ্যাট, যে তাহলে সায়েন্স, ইয়েস উই নো দ্যাট ইটস আ ভাইরাস এন্ড পিপল নিড রিসার্চ ইজ রিকোয়ার্ড নাম্বার অফ মান্থস ইভেন ইয়ার্স টু ডু দ্যাট, বাট কিন্তু এই যে ধরনের ঘটনাগুলো তো আজকে ঘটছে না। করোনা কোভিড-19 হয়েছে, বাট উই হ্যাভ সার্স, উই হ্যাড মার্স, উই হ্যাড ইবোলা, উই হ্যাভ সিরিজ অফ বিং হ্যাপেনিং ওয়ান আফটার অ্যানাদার। তাহলে আমাদের সায়েন্স কি, ইজ ইট অ্যাকচুয়ালি কিপিং পেস উইথ দ্য disease, or the virus is ahead, the vaccine is behind? So virus is always a step ahead to us. What should we do? That's why I asked that question, that whether the research is adequate. I'm not saying the research is not there. Research is definitely there. Government of India is funding. 15th August or not. Shubhra said that Prime Minister didn't say. Yes, I agree. She said that ICMR didn't say. I agree. But at the same time, ICMR in its letter said to everybody that 15th August is a debt. That's why it was being picked up with the media. So the indication and hints were broadly given that 15th August, Red Fort থেকে কিছুটা হতে পারে. We are still all expecting. You all will be all ears to hear that.
Very
I'll
optimistic.
end up with a small story, Shubhra. About 8 years back, যারা কলকাতায় আছেন তারা হয়তো দেখেছেন বা শুনেছেন, শিলিগুড়িতে একটা মিস্ট্রি ডিজিজ হয়েছিল, একটা ফিভার, এবং সেই ফিভারে 42 জন মারা গিয়েছিল। I actually covered that. I covered that for Telegram and I covered that for other international media as well. সেই সময় যে পরিস্থিতি হয়েছিল, এবং তারপরে এই করোনার সময় আমাদের হেলথ সিস্টেম ছেড়ে দিচ্ছি, ইভেন আমাদের অ্যাডমিনিস্ট্রেশন completely clueless how to go about it. Maybe the other day, the so-called lockdown, so-called all kind of interventions, this seemed clueless. So আমার মনে হয় কোথাও down the line, the people like you, the experts like you, should come on board and actually guide the government, administration, how to go about in this kind of emergency situation. এখন মনে হচ্ছে নিজার রিয়াকশন হচ্ছে, আজকে একটা ডিসিশন নিচ্ছি, কার একটা ডিসিশন পাল্টা দিচ্ছি। Having said that, virus versus vaccine, I think the answer to that war is still not, we don't know, but we all expect the vaccine to come. I am hopeful that Professor Chatterjee will be proven right. Earlier that Shubhra has said the mid of next year, but we are all expecting. And thanks for your time. Thanks for everybody's time. We had a fabulous discussion. The entire discussion will be put up on YouTube, unedited, as we mentioned, and hopefully people will see that whatever you have shared last 1 hour. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night to everybody. Good night to
Good night.
everybody.
Good night, sir. Good night.
Good night.